The priorities for shared services are a combination of updating guidelines and embracing technology for the changing business needs of state agencies. On a daily basis, shared services is meeting the needs of the customer agencies. We have incoming requests every day from every section to help agencies get the goods and services that they need. Every day, we're also taking time to work on strategic initiatives. We have a major IT project going right now to automate procurement. We're also exploring technology in state printed mail and out at state surplus property to better meet the needs of our agencies.
Well, our main objective is to make sure that we set up state contracts for other agencies to use. And we get work requests in, we're working on multiple RFPs and bids at the same time. I prioritize them based off of how hot they are for the agencies, working on the bigger and the hottest ones first, and then kind of working your way through the process.
In state printed mail, we have a ticketing system. So every day when I come in, I'll review the tickets, and that will kind of show me what projects are coming in that I need to work on, and if I need to do design work, if I need to do setup, it's as simple as just going to the printer and printing it.
Our priorities change so much. I have my law enforcement support office program, a lot of priorities there. University systems have priorities. We have a lot of agencies that will contact us, say we got to get this out of this lot building. That's what we're here for, to transfer unwanted property, unneeded property to those that can utilize it.
There are times where there's higher volumes of outgoing mail, and we have to work around when those can be done. I come in early in the morning, so in those early hours, I'll either start working on the large mailings, get them done before I get a lot of foot traffic coming in and out the doors, or I'll do my book work in the morning when there's no one around to do the interruptions.
Just make phone calls, have good relationships with vendors. I created a couple of relationships that are still there today, which is good. I go to these people in a pinch if I need stuff.
We focus down in the state print mail on deadlines, so it all depends on when those jobs are due. So our daily work is going to come first because those are typically due that day, and then we're going to look at the rest of our jobs, see when those deadlines are, when things are due, and then we're going to prioritize things that way.
In Shared Services Division, it's really important that we use time management to track all the incoming work and the ongoing regular work. In some of our sections, use a dashboard or Excel spreadsheet just to manage all the current projects and their timelines. So when a job comes in, we know which person has capacity to handle that job.
The busiest part for us is usually towards the end of the year when people want to kind of get all their funding spent. And so we'll get a lot of work requests in or a lot of alternate procurements in. Just prioritizing like I do any other day is you go with your to-do list of what you want to tackle, what the hottest thing you have is, and then sometimes something jumps the line and you've got to say, oh, that's hotter, and get that done.
We prioritize our jobs as they come in. Each one will have a set due date. Some people need things in a 24-hour time frame. Some people need it in a month. So it kind of just greatly varies on the agency's needs and what the deadline is for their project.
I've been the manager out at State Surplus Property for 20 years this year. I was highly unorganized starting out and did not appreciate priorities that were really important, so it's kind of like school of hard knocks for me. Eventually you learn what you need to prioritize and from who.
I try to prioritize what really needs to get done that day and what can wait, or what can get pushed off till the end of the day or towards the end of the day when we don't have such a rush, such an influx of mail and people coming into the mail room.
Talk to the people, our customers that come down, and they're willing to work with you a little bit too, so you just got to relax and try to calm them down. Sometimes they're a little excited because they need something done in a hurry, and just reassure them that we'll get it done.
I am a to-do list maker. I have a to-do list, and I also have my daily planner that I have things written down if there's important deadlines we need to meet. I also try to schedule out my time on my to-do list. In the morning I'm going to work on this, and then I'll pay more attention to this project here. So definitely a to-do list. It feels good to be able to cross those things off when you get them done.
When facing a workload that feels overwhelming, it's so important to communicate. We're not in this alone. In Shared Services, we have section meetings regularly And we talk and ask, how are you doing? Do you have something that needs to be moved to someone else so that we can get that done?
So if my schedule is completely booked and I know I'm slammed, typically I'll kind of mark myself off on my calendar for like an hour or two just to try to give myself that time to get that task done that I need to get done so I can move on to the next task. That way I'm not interrupted.
Last month was incredibly busy for us. We had a lot of really big jobs come in. We had a lot of agencies who needed things in a short time frame. So we utilized our time the best we could to get our projects done for them in a timely manner.
If they're specialized in that area, I'll defer to them, provide guidance, but generally I'm pretty lucky my staff are pretty self-sufficient and autonomous.
When I hear from state print and mail when the big jobs are coming in, I write that on the calendar. Anytime someone comes and asks me about a job that they're doing and what they need to do for this mailing, I will also ask questions of, how many pieces, when is it going out, when does it need to be out, and I just write everything on the calendar.
If I'm not busy back in the supply or doing procurement, I'll go out and help the print shop get their stuff out. If I have to, run an insert or help do that stuff, so wherever they need me to help so we can get the projects out for other agencies.
We have staff meetings once a week where we sit down and talk about the jobs that we're doing. This is what's going to be coming in. This is what we're currently working on. Everybody has input. Hey, I'm busy here. Can someone help me with this inserting, or we need help with binding? So it's nice to sit down and visit with a team as a whole group to talk about what's happening, where we need help.
So it's important that you spend your time on the thing that is the most important. What is the wildly important goal today? And is what I'm doing right now going to help me move the needle on that priority?
Part of time management prioritization is also making sure that agencies understand this is going to take X amount of time. You don't want to overpromise and underdeliver on things, trying to level expectations for how long something's actually going to take.
And definitely take a step back, review what needs to be done immediately, and just take it slow. Don't let it overwhelm you, because there are other people here that are going to help you. And lean on your team if you need to. Ask for help, communicate, just lift each other up and work through it together.
A lot of spreadsheets, a lot of Outlook, and Teams really helps. This technology has helped me grow and be more effective. I'm always trying to prioritize tasks in there. I'm not an Outlook guru by any means, but I rely on that a lot because I don't remember everything, and Outlook helps me prioritize and remember certain things.
Staying calm, learning to not get all flustered when you see your work piling up, your stacks of mail to be done, or your desk is getting full of things. Take a deep breath, put what needs to be done first, put them in a timeline order.
Put a lot of stuff in Microsoft Outlook. Tend to forget things, so I have to put it in Outlook, or I write it do old school, I write it on a legal pad that's sitting on my desk. So I like the legal pad.
In my career, I've noticed it's really hard to multitask. If you're doing 5 things at once, you're not going to do them well. For me, it's easier to focus on one thing, do it well, get it done, and then move on to the next thing.